to diss me and it don't false. We call them Chauncey cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac, I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Give me some in the can of this dry. Riding in special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. She names and broken, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Back while I'm gripping her side. Nigga mad back, this ain't regular size. You really fly, we like pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put her gas in that sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her eyes. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke all the night. Created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them Chauncey cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting. These guys off to the kind of start they needed this season. They're 3-1 thus far. Facing off with them, that is head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens. These guys no doubt happy to be back home after they took the loss on the road last week. Kid Scott joined by my partner Brock Heward, and it's going to be Tyler Loop to get us started. And we're off on EA Sports. Returning it from the 4. Already, we've got a loose football. Oh, and the kicking team's got it! So never mind about who's receiving to start this game, Brock. Got ourselves a change of possession already, and this crowd is loving it.
And the first offense you'll see take the field is the home team, which is practically sprinting out there to take advantage and keep this crowd humming.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, you get some serious yards on the table.
He brings it in, and he's short of the first after a mild gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
The tight end in motion now.
5-yard line.
Look at this option play now on second down. And they find them after just a yard, and it's third down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Jump off Popeye's back. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal. Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Loop knocks it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Maybe just a little disappointing with that good field position that it didn't yield a touchdown, but they moved the ball well, and you got 3 on that scoreboard.
Has this at the 6. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
Second and a yard at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix. But he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
I think think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's good. We're up first down. A gain of 3 on the play. And a first down.
Back to the well again. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Nix to throw. Screen here for Kamara. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 42-yard line.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And only can get us a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Roquan Smith beyond the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Nix from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd
Offense to the line. 2nd down.
at the Ravens' 36-yard line.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through 1 tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. There's the fake. Here's Nix. And he drives this forward to the 6.
such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. The defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
Aubrey puts it through, and we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10. At their own
First call here coming from the shotgun. Play action now with Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. Now he's past the 25. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Getting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up third and goal. Pistol snap to Jackson. Long and quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal. Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Loop knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
One of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Throwing on first down, Nix. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 10. Result is a first down.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Now Nix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Here he goes, third and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it fourth down. Bojorquez out there to send this one flying. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And they down this one right at the 25-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Another try from the 25. It's second and 10.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again is Lamar. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it at the 30. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. He's got some laundry on the field. Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach, but yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down just inside the 25. Another drive coming up for this offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Nix hurrying his offense back to the line. Back to throw on 3rd down. This is Sutton working the right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Once more, it's Nix. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another first down. A gain of 15. Results in a first down.
Now throw again. Nix. Hits his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now, it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Nix to throw again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On 3rd and 2, here's Nix. That's complete to Kamara on the check down. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. The sideline shot snagged by Sutton. He's out of bounds to set up 1st and goal, but they might not get to keep this. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on 1st down. From the right hash, about 45. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. And that one is incomplete. Okay, not sure what in the wide world of sports we saw there, partner. But they still have it. 2nd down coming up. Aubrey puts it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
He's got the squiver. It's all down on what is the final play of our 1st half. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the visiting New York Giants. And here's Wan'Dale Robinson. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears. They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, and it's Ashton Jeanty. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Raiders with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams taking on the Packers. And as Mike Tirico says, it's the most poetic of combinations. Love to Romeo. Romeo Dobbs. 18 yards, it's a touchdown. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd down, they need 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's all... way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
What the heck? Where is he?
On the gun, Jackson. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7.
Jackson keeping it himself. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
No.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
They'll take over 1st down and 10.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now give left side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Throwing here, Nix. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives him the first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Wilson on a slant. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play. Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from the 43.
That's another first down. A gain of 7 and a first down.
Nix from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Dive play straight ahead. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action with Nix. Free inside the 30. Keeps away from one. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
24-yard gain on the play. Result.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It'll still be just a 1-score game when we resume play. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the long back on the handoff. Pop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They give it to him again. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Another carry for him. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown. These guys now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. The rookie from USF hauls it in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll come up on first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So Reed, they'll hand off to Henry. They'll call this a modest gain here, Brock. About 3 yards. Second down coming up.
He's controlled the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on third and 1. Making the call himself. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the...
Good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a fourth quarter lead. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Their offense running back out now. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Nix off the play action. He rolls to his right. Connects on the crosser. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
A gain of 30 results in a first down.
On first down, they'll run. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Offense to the line for second down. Nix now to throw. Gets everything he has under this one. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Nix urging everybody to the line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. That's a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore.
It's a gain of 7.
These guys down by 7. Second and 3 now. Now a give on the counter. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Nix hurrying his offense back to the line.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And he made a bid for it. It's a good game. It's stopped down at the 3. Clock continues winding as we approach 90 seconds to go.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
Back to the well again. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. To throw. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. These guys now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
They're lining up for 2. This is for the lead and potentially the win.
Offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Bombers. Captain. Joe. Motion. Ole. Hey, Sean, let's go.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. He brushed him off with ease. This makes it up to the 25. The Ravens and Tez Walker headed back onto the field. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Along the left sideline. And he will get this inside the 30.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of gap on top of it.
He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Ravens 27, visitors 20.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. His return starts at the 5.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
He reaches the sideline. Clock stops, but the defense holds him to a gain of maybe 6 or 7.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they catch him and sit him down just short of the line. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Here he is to throw. is going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Oh my.
And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs. One drawn up here for Lamar. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down.